Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a cooking vlog for you, and I'm going to be making stuffing. So stuffing to put inside turkeys or chickens, or just to have at the side if you just fancy it, you know. So what I'm going to be using is a tablespoon of butter, a tablespoon of sage. We have an onion here, and this onion looks a bit battered, but this is one that my parents grew in their garden. So we have then about 100 grams of bread, just to start off with. I'm not quite sure how much I'm gonna need, but it's about 100 grams. And then I also have some skinless pork sausages. So again, I think I'm gonna use 8 of these, and we will see how we get on. So the first thing I'm going to do is make the breadcrumbs, and that's very, very noisy. Actually, you know, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up this. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw this in here, and I'm gonna let that work. First I have to plug it in, that would be helpful. So that's obviously going to get done really quick. I have my bowl here. Sorry if there's any shadows and stuff. It's just, it's very, very overcast today, and I have to have the lights above me on. And that doesn't make for great filming conditions. Plus one of the lights that I would sometimes use broke. Oh my god, that's really strong on my eyes. I'm crying. I'm crying, I'm crying, I'm crying. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this into this bowl. Oh my god, it's burning my eyes. These are the bits that people would leave out of their video. Go. Oh mama. Okay, so we put this back on like that. And now we're going to put in our bread. So this bread is pretty stale. Again, I don't know if it's going to be enough or what, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Just bring this in a bit more. So the majority of that did break up except for this heel. So I'm just gonna break it up just a little bit more. See how it goes. But I added a tablespoon of butter in here, and now I'm going to add a tablespoon of sage while this is working on. Okay, so this is done. So I've added in the sage, as you would have saw. And now I'm going to add this in to my bowl. Probably should have got myself a bigger bowl. That's okay. And you can do these as finely as you want. You can make them thicker. You can do whatever you really kind of want to with it, you know. So I'm just going to clear off around me here. Make it slightly more acceptable. Zoom in. Okay, so in here, just to recap, we have about 100 grams of breadcrumbs. We have 1 tablespoon of sage, 1 tablespoon of butter, and we also have, what else do we have? The onion chopped up as well. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, if you have normal sausages, you need to take the skins off, but I already have skinless ones, so I am going to add in these. Now, this bit is the bit I don't think I'm going to like, because I don't generally like getting my hands dirty. So this is going to be interesting. We will see how it goes. But basically, you're just supposed to put in this, and you're supposed to just mix it up. But I'm kind of wondering if I could do it in the food processor. What do we think? We'll try it. We don't need to add any other salt or pepper or anything, because the sausages will be kind of quite high in salt anyways. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix it up a little bit like this. Just kind of do this for a sec. It already smells amazing. It smells exactly like I want it to smell. It's just getting it together. Oh no, I don't like this. I don't like it. I might just put it all back into the food processor. What do we think? Good idea, bad idea? I'm just gonna try it, because I don't like touching it. I know that's probably not how you're supposed to do it, and I don't know how that's gonna turn out, but it's what I'm gonna try to do. So we get the food processor back on. We put in this, and I'm hoping that it will just mix together like the way I want it to. Okay, so we'll zoom it out a little bit, just up there. Okay, so we have everything in, and I'm hoping that I'm not gonna like do it till it's fine or anything. I just want it more mixed in. So I'm gonna that's been going for about a minute or so, and I think that is perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm so glad I did that. Okay, so up to you. You can mix it by hand in here. It depends again on the consistency that you want your breadcrumbs to be, or your stuffing to be. So I just have this tray here that I'm going to be putting in my mixture. So just do it like this. This might be too big. No, it's perfect. Okay, perfect. So we just make sure we get it all out. Now, this might be too sausagey for some people maybe. And in that case, if it is, what you can do is you can add more breadcrumbs to it. But you don't need to add oil, you don't need to do any of that stuff, because the sausages are going to have their own oils, they're going to have their own salt. Again, you can put pepper on it if you want to. But I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. So it'll be like a pork and sage. It smells really, really nice. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it, I'm going to cover it up with either tin foil or parchment paper. So for me, I only have foil, so I'm going to do foil. So I'm just going to cover it over. Now my hands are dirty with food. So cover it over like that, and I'm going to cook it for about 30 minutes. And then I'm going to take it off for the last 5 minutes or so, and I'm going to just cook it without it, because it will kind of like crispen it up and stuff, which is the way we like it. So that's as simple as that. So as I said, cook it for about 30 minutes on around 180 Celsius in your fan assisted oven for 30 minutes, and then for 5 minutes then without the foil, and it should be absolutely perfect then. So I'll come back when it's all done. So this is what it looks like after 25 minutes cooking. So now I'm going to leave off the foil that I had on it. and I'm going to let it just brown for the last 5 minutes. It's looking and smelling really, really nice, so hopefully it turns out great. So this has been in there for about 5-6 minutes. I have took it out a couple of times just to kind of give it a stir, just so most of it gets kind of browned. So right now it's very steamy, it's steaming up this. But yeah, this is it. This is the end product. So yeah, this is it. This is the end product. And Robert has tasted it and he said it tastes very nice. You probably could add more breadcrumbs to it if you don't want it to taste as pork, and maybe a little bit more sage, if you know, it just depends on your preference. But for us, this is good, and yeah, can't wait to dig in.